The important warning every senior must hear before November 19th. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. This message is especially important for every American senior, every Social Security retiree, every SSDI recipient, and every individual who depends on SSI for essential monthly support. What we are talking about today is not fear, not speculation, and not rumor. It is a clear and time-sensitive reminder from the Social Security Administration itself, one that could make the difference between understanding your benefits ahead of time or being left in confusion right when next year's changes begin. Each year, the Social Security Administration applies what is known as a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. This is the annual increase designed to help your monthly benefit keep up with rising prices, groceries, electricity, medical costs, everyday living essentials. Most seniors rely on this increase to maintain stability, and knowing exactly how much your benefits will rise is critical for planning your budget as the new year approaches. But here is the important part. In order to see your COLA notice early, weeks before the mailed letters arrive, you must have your My Social Security account created and fully set up before November 19th. This is not an optional suggestion. It is a requirement from the SSA if you want to receive your updated benefit information online in early December instead of waiting and hoping your paper letter arrives safely and on time. Now, let me reassure you of one thing. Your Social Security payments, your SSDI payments, and your SSI payments are not in danger of being cut off. They are part of mandatory federal spending and will continue to be paid. But without access to your online account, you lose the ability to preview your new benefit amount, update your banking information, verify your address, and quickly correct any issue before January's adjusted payment arrives. This first section sets the stage for the crucial steps every senior should take. In the next parts, we will walk through exactly what to do, why it matters, and how to protect yourself from delays, errors, and scams during this transition period. The important warning every senior must hear before November 19th. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. This message is especially important for every American senior, every Social Security retiree, every SSDI recipient, and every individual who depends on SSI for essential monthly support. What we are talking about today is not fear, not speculation, and not rumor. It is a clear and time-sensitive reminder from the Social Security Administration itself, one that could make the difference between understanding your benefits ahead of time or being left in confusion right when next year's changes begin. Each year, the Social Security Administration applies what is known as a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. This is the annual increase designed to help your monthly benefit keep up with rising prices, groceries, electricity, medical costs, everyday living essentials. Most seniors rely on this increase to maintain stability, and knowing exactly how much your benefits will rise is critical for planning your budget as the new year approaches. But here is the important part. In order to see your COLA notice early, weeks before the mailed letters arrive, you must have your My Social Security account created and fully set up before November 19th. This is not an optional suggestion. It is a requirement from the SSA if you want to receive your updated benefit information online in early December instead of waiting and hoping your paper letter arrives safely and on time. Now, let me reassure you of one thing. Your Social Security payments, your SSDI payments, and your SSI payments are not in danger of being cut off. They are part of mandatory federal spending and will continue to be paid. But without access to your online account, you lose the ability to preview your new benefit amount, update your banking information, verify your address, and quickly correct any issue before January's adjusted payment arrives. This first section sets the stage for the crucial steps every senior should take. In the next parts, we will walk through exactly what to do, why it matters, and how to protect yourself from delays, errors, and scams during this transition period. Why November 19th matters for your benefits. As we continue, let's take a closer look at why the date November 19th is so important and what exactly happens if you take action or if you don't. Many seniors hear these reminders and think, my benefits always come. Why would this year be any different? And that's a fair question. The answer is not that your payment will stop, but rather that Social Security is shifting more responsibility to beneficiaries to stay informed, remain updated, and make sure nothing interrupts the smooth flow of your monthly income. The Social Security Administration has made it clear that anyone wishing to view their new benefit amount online, in other words, your 2025 COLA increase, must have a My Social Security account created by November 19th. After that date, the system begins preparing electronic notices, and anyone not enrolled simply won't be included. Instead, they will need to wait for the physical letter sent through the U.S. Postal Service. Now, for many older Americans, mail delays have become a frustrating reality. Letters arrive late, get misplaced, or sometimes never show up at all. If your COLA notice is delayed, it becomes harder to plan your January expenses, adjust your bills, or confirm whether your Medicare deductions will change. With everything from prescription costs to utility bills climbing, seniors deserve to know exactly what to expect, not at the last minute, but as soon as information becomes available. Another crucial point: having your online account allows you to monitor your benefit information whenever you need it. Think of it like having a personal window into the Social Security system. Your payment history, your upcoming deposit dates, and your official documents are all in one place. Without that window, you're left waiting for the mail, hoping it comes on time and unable to fix problems quickly if something goes wrong. So when we talk about the importance of November 19th, we are really talking about control, clarity, and preparedness. The COLA increase affects your income. Medicare adjustments affect your expenses, and your online access affects your peace of mind. In the next section, we'll explain exactly how to create your account and what information you'll need, how to create your My Social Security account the right way. Now that you understand why November 19th is such a critical date, let's walk step by step through the process of creating your My Social Security account. Many seniors find the idea of setting up an online account intimidating, but I promise you this: the process is straightforward, secure, and designed specifically so older adults can complete it without difficulty. And once you have it, the peace of mind it brings is invaluable. To begin, the only official place to create your account is on the Social Security Administration's website, SSA.gov. You never create it through an email link, a phone call, or a text message. That is extra. Once you are on the SSA site, look for the button that says My Social Security. Click it, and the system will invite you to create an account. To verify your identity, you will need a few basic pieces of information: your legal name, date of birth, social security number, and an email address you can access. The SSA uses this information to ensure it is truly you and not someone pretending to be you. You will then set up a username and password. Make sure it is something secure, something difficult for others to guess, but also something you can remember or safely write down. After the login is created, the system may send a verification code to your email or phone. This is a normal security step, and it protects your account from unauthorized access. Once your account is active, take a moment to explore it. You'll find your benefit statements, your earnings record, and your payment history. You can update your direct deposit information, check your mailing address, and view important messages sent directly from the SSA. No waiting, no wondering, no worrying. Creating your account is not just about receiving your COLA notice earlier. It is about giving yourself immediate access, security, and independence. It allows you to take control of your benefits with confidence without relying on slow mail delivery or long hold times on the phone. In the next section, we will talk about the most important items you must verify once you're inside your account, because even small mistakes can cause major issues with future payments. The critical information you must verify inside your account. Once you have created and logged into your My Social Security account, the next step is not simply to look around, it is to verify your essential personal information. This is one of the most important actions you can take to prevent delays, missing payments, or confusion when the new COLA adjusted benefits begin in January. Think of this part as routine maintenance, just like checking the oil in your car or making sure your home's smoke detectors are working. A few minutes of attention can save you a great deal of trouble later. The first item you must review is your direct deposit information. This includes your bank account number and your bank's routing number. If either one is outdated or if the listed account has been closed without updating it in the SSA system, your payment can bounce back. When that happens, the money doesn't disappear, but it does get delayed, sometimes for weeks, while the SSA verifies new information. For seniors who depend on those funds to cover rent, medication, groceries, or essential bills, even a small delay can create unnecessary stress. So take a moment and confirm every number is correct. Next, check your mailing address. Even if you prefer online notices, the SSA still sends certain letters through physical mail, and you want those documents arriving in the right place. Seniors who have recently moved, changed apartments, or updated P.O. boxes are especially at risk if they forget to inform the SSA. A missing letter could mean missing Medicare updates, benefit explanations, or important identity verification requests. After that, review your contact information, the phone number and email address connected to your account. These are used for security alerts, password resets, and account verification steps. If the SSA cannot reach you at your listed contact information, simple tasks can become complicated very quickly. Finally, take a moment to review your benefit details, including your current payment amount and any notices you've recently received. This makes it easier to identify incorrect deductions or changes that need clarification before the new year begins. In Part 5, we'll discuss one of the biggest threats facing seniors today: scams targeting Social Security beneficiaries and how your online account protects you. Protecting yourself from scams and false Social Security messages. As we move forward, it is important to talk about one of the fastest growing threats to seniors in America: Social Security related scams. These scams are becoming more sophisticated, more aggressive, and more convincing each year. And unfortunately, seniors, especially those who rely on SSI, SSDI, or retirement benefits, are often the primary targets. So, understanding how to protect yourself is not optional, it's essential. Let's begin with a clear and simple rule. The Social Security Administration will never call, text, or email you to ask for your bank information, your Social Security number, or payment of any kind to keep your benefits active. Any message claiming your benefits will stop unless you verify personal information is a scam, every time without exception. Your benefits are protected by law. No one can cut them off because you didn't respond to a text or didn't click a link. Another red flag is when someone claims to be an agent, officer, or investigator and says your account has been suspended or compromised. They may speak with authority, use official sounding language, or threaten legal action. But remember, Social Security does not suspend benefits due to suspicious activity, and they do not demand payments in the form of gift cards, cash apps, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers. These are classic scam tactics. So how does your My Social Security account help protect you? It gives you a trusted, direct channel to receive official notices. If the SSA has something important to tell you, it will appear inside your secure message center, not through a random phone call or unsolicited message. When you have your own account, you become far less vulnerable to misinformation because you can always verify the truth directly from the source. Another key point: scammers often pressure you by creating a sense of urgency. They say you must act right now or face immediate consequences, but Social Security never does this. If something important truly needs your attention, the SSA gives you time, written instructions, and multiple ways to respond safely. In Part 6, we will shift focus and explore the November payment schedule, helping you understand exactly when your check should arrive and why your online access matters even more this time of year. Your November payment schedule and what to expect. As we continue, let's take a careful look at the November Social Security payment schedule because many seniors often feel uncertain about when their deposit should arrive, especially when holidays or weekends shift the usual dates. Understanding this schedule can bring peace of mind and help you plan your expenses with confidence. For SSI recipients, November is unusual because November first falls on a weekend in some years. The payment is issued early, typically on October 31st. Many seniors forget this detail and later worry when no deposit arrives on November 1st. But remember, when the first of the month is a weekend or a federal holiday, SSI always pays early. This is normal and automatic. For those receiving Social Security retirement, SSDI, or survivor benefits, the payment schedule is determined by your birthday, a system that has been in place for many years. Here's how it works. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, your payment usually arrives in the second week of November. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, your payment arrives in the third week. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, your payment comes during the fourth week of the month. Now, there is one exception. Seniors who began receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, or those who receive both SSI and Social Security, may have a different schedule, often receiving payment earlier in the month. If this applies to you, it's especially helpful to check your My Social Security account to confirm your next deposit date. Why does the schedule matter so much right now? Because with COLA changes approaching and the holidays right around the corner, it becomes even more important to know exactly when money will arrive. When your budget is tight or your expenses increase seasonally, clarity is essential. And again, having an online account allows you to confirm deposit dates instantly without waiting on mailed letters or calling SSA during busy periods. In Part 7, we'll take this discussion further by exploring how the COLA increase is calculated, what it truly means for your monthly income, and how it affects your financial planning for the new year. Understanding the COLA increase and how it impacts your budget. Now let's turn to one of the most anticipated topics for millions of seniors each year, the cost of living adjustment, better known as COLA. This annual adjustment is designed to help your Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits keep pace with rising prices. And with today's economy, seniors feel those increases more than ever in groceries, rent, utilities, medications, and everyday essentials. But how exactly is the COLA calculated? The Social Security Administration bases it on a government index called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPI-W. This index measures inflation, how much everyday goods and services cost compared to the previous year. When prices go up, COLA goes up. When inflation is low, the COLA increase may be smaller. And on rare occasions when prices don't rise, COLA could even be zero. For seniors, COLA is not a bonus. It is a lifeline, the adjustment that prevents your fixed income from falling behind the rising cost of living. Even a small increase can make a meaningful difference over the course of a year, especially for those managing tight budgets or higher healthcare expenses. But COLA doesn't just affect your monthly deposit. If you are enrolled in Medicare, changes in Medicare premiums can also impact your final take-home amount. Sometimes the COLA increase is offset by a rise in Medicare Part B premiums, meaning the net increase you see may be smaller than expected. This is another reason why having access to your My Social Security account is so valuable. Your online notice will detail not only your new benefit amount but also any deductions, giving you a clear picture of your exact income starting in January. Another important point, COLA updates often trigger questions from seniors who want to understand how their new payment compares to prior years. Your online account stores your award letters, payment history, and benefit updates all in one place, making it easy to track changes over time and plan ahead. In Part 8, we will shift gears and talk about how your My Social Security account empowers you during a time when government offices face delays and limited services, and why being proactive now can save significant stress later. Why online access matters when government services are delayed. As we move forward, it's important to recognize a reality many seniors have already experienced. Government agencies, including the Social Security Administration, often face long wait times, reduced staff, and limited in-person services, especially during busy periods or times of federal uncertainty. This is exactly why having your My Social Security online account is not just a convenience, but a powerful tool that protects you from unnecessary frustration. In recent years, SSA field offices have dealt with heavier caseloads while operating with fewer resources. Many seniors report waiting on hold for nearly an hour, or sometimes even longer, just to ask a simple question or request a document. Others depend on mailed letters only to find that delivery is delayed due to postal service backlogs. When important information is slow to reach you, planning your finances becomes harder, and stress levels rise. But with an online account, you bypass these issues entirely. You no longer need to depend on the phone lines, the mail system, or a physical office visit. Instead, your benefit information is at your fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can review your payment history, update your banking details, check your address, and download official documents instantly. For seniors with mobility limitations or health concerns, this independence is especially valuable. During times when the government faces budget disputes or uncertainty, many seniors worry that their payments might be delayed. But here is the reassuring truth. Social Security benefits are classified as mandatory federal spending, meaning they continue regardless of political debates or temporary shutdowns. What may be affected, however, are administrative services, the systems that help you update your information or resolve issues. This is yet another reason to prepare ahead of time while everything is functioning smoothly. Having your online account ensures you are not left waiting, wondering, or worrying during a time when support may be harder to reach. It puts control back in your hands and helps safeguard your financial stability. In Part 9, we'll outline a simple step-by-step timeline of what you should do between now and January to stay fully prepared for your updated benefits. Your step-by-step timeline to prepare for January's updated benefits. As we approach the final stages of this important update, it's time to lay out a clear and simple timeline, a roadmap that guides you from today all the way through January, ensuring that your benefits continue smoothly and that you understand every change before it happens. Seniors often tell me that what they want most is clarity, a plan, a checklist they can follow without confusion. That's exactly what this section provides. Step 1. before November 19th. This is the most crucial window. Create your My Social Security account if you haven't already. If you already have one, log in and verify that everything is correct. Your direct deposit information, your mailing address, and your contact information. This is also the perfect time to update your communication preferences and make sure you can receive verification codes by phone or email. Step 2. Late November. Once Thanksgiving passes, begin checking your online message center periodically. This doesn't require constant monitoring, just a quick look now and then. The SSA may begin preparing your electronic COLA notice around this time, and staying alert helps you receive it as soon as it becomes available. Step 3. Early December. This is when most seniors will see their COLA notice online. Those without online accounts will receive a paper letter later in December, but you will already know your new benefit amount. Compare your updated benefit to your current payment. Look carefully at Medicare premium deductions if you are enrolled in Part B, because changes there may affect your final take-home amount. Step 4. Mid-late December. If anything looks incorrect, an unexpected deduction, an unusual change, or a number that doesn't make sense, this is the time to contact SSA. Reaching out early helps avoid complications when January arrives and the new benefit amount goes into effect. Step 5. January. Your updated benefits begin. Because you prepared in advance, you will already know what to expect, and your direct deposit will arrive without disruption or surprise. Your financial planning for the year will begin from a place of confidence, not uncertainty. In Part 10, we will bring everything together with real-life examples, helpful reminders, and a final message of empowerment for every senior relying on Social Security benefits. Real-life scenarios, final reminders, and your path forward. As we conclude this important message, let's take a moment to bring everything together with a few real-life scenarios, situations many seniors have faced in the past, and ones you can now avoid simply by preparing ahead of time. Imagine first the senior who recently changed bank accounts but forgot to update their information with Social Security. When January arrives, their new COLA-adjusted payment is sent to the wrong account, bounces back, and is delayed for weeks. With bills due and expenses rising, this small oversight becomes a major source of anxiety. But with an online account, that problem could have been solved in minutes. Next, picture the older adult who moved to a new home but never updated their mailing address. Their COLA notice, Medicare information, or financial documents are delivered to their old residence. They miss key updates, become confused when their January payment doesn't match expectations, and spend hours trying to understand what happened. Again, a simple update through My Social Security would have prevented the stress entirely. Or consider the senior who relies on mailed letters and doesn't create an online account. Their COLA notice arrives late, long after friends, neighbors, and family members who already saw their updated benefit online. They feel left in the dark and worry that something might be wrong, but with online access, they would have known their exact benefit amount weeks earlier. These examples share one message: preparation protects your peace of mind. Your Social Security benefits form an essential part of your financial foundation. Whether you rely on retirement benefits, SSDI, or SSI, knowing exactly what to expect gives you control. Creating your My Social Security account, verifying your information, and staying informed are simple steps that keep you one step ahead. As we move into the new year, remember this: your payments are secure, your benefits are protected, and with the right tools, you can navigate every change with confidence. Thank you for staying informed, staying proactive, and taking the steps needed to protect your income. And if you know another senior who may not be aware of these deadlines, share this message with them. It could make all the difference.